And what's up everybody, welcome back for another video. In today's video I'm going to be resuming some work on the chicken run. It's been a little while now since I worked on it. Like I say, real life gets in the way sometimes, as well as all the weather we've been having lately, right? I think last video I mentioned about Hurricane Fiona coming. Well, we saw the damage that happened from that hurricane, and Hurricane Ian that came afterwards, and all the ones in between. So, you know, climate is changing or reverting back to a different cycle, whatever the case may be. And now you understand why I build my structures as strongly as possible and really try to overbuild things that I do. So this chicken run is no different. We've cemented 4 posts in the ground, we've framed it up. Today I'm going to try to get a little more framing done. That's my goal. I don't have any mesh, so don't expect it to be totally finished or anything. And I am already after supper time here today, so most of my day is gone. It gets dark here around 6:30, 7 o'clock, so I'm looking at about an hour's work time to try and get something done here today. So let's head outside, stop rambling, and see what I can get done as far as the framing goes. And just some roof supports maybe is probably one of the priorities. And we'll see what happens when we get up there. So let's head on up to the chicken run. Alright folks, so here we are up at the chicken run. As you see, there's nothing else done since last video. Like I say, I've been busy and waiting for the weather to cooperate to try and capture this on video as well. And a big part of this was the bit that I got done there now, the digging the holes, the cementing the posts in. In my mind, that was the hardest part of the project. So now that I got that done and out of the way, basically I was able to relax, right? Now I know that I can kind of clue this up rather quickly. You know, it's a basic structure. So once I had the hard part done, then I kind of went into relaxation mode and just kind of savored a little bit of time off as well. So that's where I've been in between videos, between working and resting, relaxing, catching up on some old TV series and movies and things that I've been missing out on. So here we are, back to work again. And basically I'm going to start off with the roof of it first. I'm thinking just for strength and support and ease of measurements, I will do a stud or a rafter almost every, a truss, okay, every 16 inches. Now in the rabbit coop I think I did every 18 inches. I may do that as well just to save on wood, but I'm going to see if I got enough here now to do every 16 inches. So we'll see what comes out of it. I'm just going to go start some measurements, size things up, and we'll get to it. So one thing that I have not told you is that, you know, in my hastiness, we'll say, to get everything cemented in and framed up, there is a little bit of measurement differences, all right, from say the closest part of the chicken coop with the run. We'll say that's like 8 feet long or 8 feet wide. Well, down towards the end it's nearly 8.5 feet, so it's kind of shaped a bit like a funnel. It's not going to affect much, only putting on the roofing material. And I got some 2x4s that are 10 feet long, which will cover the entire span. Like I say, this was just a rough structure. It was never meant to be precise, you know. So here we are. Let's get into it. I'm going to measure off some 16-inch spaces, see how it turns out with how many 2x4s I need, see if I got enough wood for that, and I'll adjust as necessary. So there you go, another little ramble for y'all. So let's get going. Alright, so I've decided to go ahead with the 16-inch centers, and so for that matter now I'm just going to start putting up my 2x4 joist hangers and get those in place, and then we'll start getting some wood cut to length and bolted in. Alrighty, so now that I got all the supports up, I got to secure them. Alright, so each side is going to take 3 screws times about 12, you know, tighten a few screws here now. So I'll get into it, do that real quick, little fast forward montage here, I'm sure, of just screwing everything together. And that should pretty much clue us up for today, because if you couldn't tell, it's getting dark. And there you have it, folks. Another video is done. Another step on the chicken run is completed. Right, so that was probably, what, hour and a half, potentially 2 hours of work wrapped up in this video. And, you know, I may be able to condense that down quite a bit for you guys to watch. But that's a couple more hours of progress that just came on spontaneously. I figured I'll just get outside, get at it, and see how much I get done. And as of right now, I got all the roofing framing done. So next step will be to sheet that with some plywood and finish some more framing. But you see what I'm getting at here is pretty much, if you got a little bit of time, just go out, pick at it for a little bit, and you're that much further ahead. You don't need to complete it every time, is what I'm realizing myself. Is not always go out there with the mindset that I'm going to finish it. Just go out there with the mindset of, I'm going to get done what I can get done. And you'd be surprised how much you can fill into that time slot that you just start, right? You just got to get started, is the thing. But anyways, that's it for today. As you've seen, the roof was the main focus of today, and it was a lot of progress. So quite happy with that. Depending on the weather tomorrow, I may get out and get at this some more. But overall, like I said, I got the hardest part done, in my mind at least, was the posts and the concrete and the digging and stuff before we got into the fall. So I'm doing this as a much more relaxed pace now that I got the hard stuff done. So that's it for now. We'll see you on the next video. And until that next video happens, I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. Take care of each other. And peace out.